Hi everyone, welcome to today's Sketch-A-Day video, Sketch-A-Day 375. I'll be sketching a garden spade, and to start, I'll just outline kind of the rough skeleton, if you will, of the handle. Connect those points or edges together tangentially with a light curve. Build it out in the front, here in this transition area. I'm trying to visualize what the spade will look like in the end. And of course it's a little curved here. A little skeleton line there gives me an easy reference point. I can just connect these points together with a nice curved line, and boom, we've got roughly the shape of a spade. Now next I'm going to continue to divide things up and thinking about the part breakup, where the rubber handle will be placed, maybe this chrome trim as well. So once I've got my pencil drawing finished, I can start to add some marker in key areas. I'm thinking of a shadow core and applying the marker in a way that relates to the overall shape of this transition piece. So it's a little curved as far as applying the marker goes. I am using a marker paper, which means the marker will blend better than if I was using just regular copy paper. By starting with my lightest color, I'm able to work with any mistakes that I make along the way, and gradate from going from light to dark. So I'm imagining my light source coming from the top and to the right a little bit, so this area is going to pick up a little highlight. This is a shiny surface, so there's going to be a lot of artifacting, a lot of reflection and compressed artifacts in this. So essentially what I'll do is try and create a striped appearance on this blade of the spade, enhancing my shadow core and shading through. If you're not sure how something like this looks, feel free to go to any public restroom or look at motorcycle pipes, and you can kind of see what I'm trying to abstract or represent with the markers here. So now I'm going to take my yellow marker and start to shade the handle as well. Just ghosting in, I can kind of plan where I want to put the marker. I'm going to start by blocking in my shadow core and just shading in, leaving a little highlight area at the top. These Copics blend really well, so I'm just going to take a lighter marker and blend, and then push my shadow core a little bit more with the golden yellow marker here. So you can see the form is starting to read, starting to show through and communicate what's happening. Now I'm not too worried about marker bleed and so on. I'll go ahead and add some line weight and line work at the end with some pencil, but for now I'm just going to block in my background using that same technique. So I like to kind of outline my background, helps keep things a little bit clean. Drawing with my shoulder and ghosting the lines helps me get nice, straight, consistent lines. As I apply the marker, I'm trying to do as little overlap as I can between each stroke, but also not trying to shade in the background completely evenly, because that leads to kind of a boring drawing. Same thing on the bottom, just a little outline, a little shadow. underneath the handle and underneath the blade as well, and just completing our outline here. It just sets up a nice perimeter for me to apply the marker. So once the marker is in a good place, it gives me a chance to add some line work to crispen things up and really pull things together. So I'm just using a Prismacolor pencil with some nice, consistent, smooth, fluid strokes, varying my line weight as I go. So there's a little taper in the line, for example. And just being careful not to overwork things. So once the main line work is done, one of the things I like to do is kind of flip my pencil on the side and just enhance the shadow cores in key areas, just with a little light pencil application. I'm just using a black pencil. If I really wanted to, I could have used an orange or perhaps a red pencil on that yellow area, but black will do just fine. And just continue to clean up some of that line work as well. And maybe I'll go ahead and add a logo. So let's say that this is a Fisker's Spade. Just go ahead and pencil in some letters here. And with a little bit extra line work and marker work, I'm pretty much at a good spot where I can call this done. So here I'm just adding a little 50% gray marker to the edge just to help enhance the contrast between that top surface and the side, as well as in some of these transitions from the handle to the actual blade. of this spade, and maybe just darkening up this far side a little bit and adding some artifacting as well. So there you have it, pretty simple 10-minute sketch of a Fisker's garden spade. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, spencer@sketchaday.com. Check out my website at sketch-a-day.com, and visit me on Facebook at facebook.com/sketchaday. Be sure to subscribe. I'll be hopefully posting at least 2 or 3 videos a week. They won't all be narrated, but this was a special request that I've been getting. So anyhow, thanks again for joining me, and be sure to come back.